autocratic leader holds singular authority in an organization. This is a common leadership style in which all key decisions go through a top figure and in which most members of the organization answer to a hierarchy that leads up to this figure. While autocratic leadership is rarely very popular with employees, it's the preferred strategy in organizations where employees perform streamlined functions, where control is more critical to success than creativity, and where there is scant threshold for error. The autocratic leader prefers to take charge, and while he or she may be receptive to input and feedback, this individual will make all final decisions according to personal discretion.
Jim is in charge of Stanley only in sales-related matters, hence the green line, green for money, sales. Get it? There is this yellow zigzag that does give Ryan the authority to discipline Stanley.
Great.
However, in so doing, it zigs past your name, hence zagging you and making you appear weak. That's the yellow color, yellow for cowardly.
What's the pink?
Menstrual cycles.
Okay. Is there anybody up here, anybody at all, that can deal with this? Other than me?
Well, there is the emergency disaster mode for the org chart. This gives me full authority over every single person in the office.
I never said you could
All
do
you
that.
have to do is say it. Just say it.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Say it. Just do it. Don't think. Say it. Do it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Do it. Give me control, Michael. I promise to give authority back to you when this crisis is over. Do it, Michael. Do it. Hey, this office needs a strong man. Say it.
A transformational leader is one who navigates an organization toward improvement by changing existing thoughts, procedures, and culture. Leading through example, inspiration, and engagement, the transformational leader will seek ways to get the best performance and potential out of each team member. It takes courage to be a transformational leader, one who challenges old ways of doing things in favor of better, more efficient, and more intuitive strategies.
Are you guys working?
Yes, sir, Mr. Simpson.
Could you, work any harder than this?
Sure thing, boss.
Hey, call me Homer.
With democratic leadership, while organizational hierarchy may still exist, influence, power and the ability to contribute to decisions may be widely distributed across teams and departments. Also sometimes called participative leadership, democratic leadership requires collaborative energy, delegation of responsibilities, and group-level decision-making. This demands a leader who knows how to cultivate participation, empower team members, and work directly alongside organizational members at every level.
Last year, Earth had a visitor from another planet who had a grudge match that leveled a small town. We learned that not only are we not alone, but we are hopelessly, hilariously outgunned.
My people want nothing but peace with your planet.
But you're not the only people out there, are you? And you're not the only threat. The world's filling up with people who can't be matched. They can't be controlled.
Like you controlled the cube? Your work with the Tesseract is what drew Loki to it, and his allies. It is a signal to all the realms that the Earth is ready for a higher form of war.
A higher form?
You forced our hand. We had to come up with
a nuclear deterrent. Because that always calms everything right down.
Remind me again how you made your fortune, Stark.
I'm sure if he still made weapons, Stark would be neck deep.
Wait, hold on. How is this now about me?
I'm sorry, isn't everything?
I thought humans were more evolved than this.
Excuse me.
Laissez-faire leadership is a style in which organizational leaders take a hands-off approach to decision-making and task completion. This style of leadership gives organizational members a wide latitude when it comes to managing projects, solving problems, and resolving disagreements. In most instances, leadership simply provides a clear set of expectations, the resources needed for job completion, and accountability to the public, shareholders, or any other outside interests. This style of leadership can be effective in select contexts, but it can be challenging to motivate employees or establish accountability when implemented in the wrong setting. Bureaucratic leadership refers to organizational leadership through a highly formalized set of processes, procedures, and structures. Here, rules, policies, and hierarchies form a clear set of expectations as well as an explicit chain of command. At each level of a bureaucracy, organizational members are beholden both to their immediate superiors and to a larger ecosystem of rules and procedures. Bureaucratic leaders lead by channeling established rules, enforcing existing structures, and presiding over specific segments of the hierarchy.
Corporate accounts payable, Nina speaking.
Hello, Peter. What's happening? We have sort of a problem here. Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
Yeah. You see, we're putting the cover sheets on all TPS reports now before they go out. Did you see the memo about this?
Yeah. Yeah, I have the memo right here. I just, forgot. But, it's not shipping out till tomorrow, so there's no problem.
Yeah. If you could just go ahead and make sure you do that from now on, that would be great. And, I'll go ahead and make sure you get another copy of that memo. Okay?
Yeah, no, I
Bye-bye,
have
Peter.
the memo. I've got it. It's right.
Hello, Phil.
Servant leaders empower employees, interact directly with clients, and recognize their organization's role as part of a community. Servant leadership refers to a decentralized style in which a leader satisfies the needs of stakeholders first. An approach to leadership formed in contrast to the drive for power or material acquisition, this style places the leader on the front lines of day-to-day operation. From this vantage, the leader works directly with organizational members at every level to make decisions. Servant leaders empower employees, interact directly with clients, and recognize their organization's role as part of a community. Transactional leadership succeeds best in a context of order, structure, and rigid hierarchy. The job of leadership is to ensure individuals perform their roles correctly and effectively, and that group performance produces positive outcomes. Often, a clear system of penalties and rewards for performance is in place, including pay bonuses and opportunities for upward mobility. A good transactional leader will use those rewards and penalties to identify strengths and weed out weaknesses among personnel. Transactional leaders may prize the status quo. Where change is needed, a transactional leader will typically implement it within existing systems and structures rather than through major structural transformation.
You have a problem with authority, Mr. Anderson. You believe that you are special, that somehow the rules do not apply to you. Obviously, you are mistaken. This company is one of the top software companies in the world because every single employee understands that they are part of a whole. Thus, if an employee has a problem, the company has a problem. The time has come to make a choice, Mr. Anderson. Either you choose to be at your desk on time from this day forth, or you choose to find yourself another job. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Mr. Reinhardt, perfectly clear.
Situational leadership refers less to one specific style of leadership and more to the idea of leadership as an inherently adaptable responsibility. Situational leadership remains highly flexible at all times, capable of adjusting strategies, procedures, and vision according to an organization's circumstances, demands, and even to a shifting culture. The situational leader possesses the agility to adapt strategy to changing dynamics. This calls for a leader with the emotional intelligence to recognize organizational needs and the skill to act on those needs. The result is a leader who guides an organization through transformation, collaborates at the team level with personnel and, where necessary, takes decisive, unilateral action. Cross-cultural leadership acknowledges the increasingly global nature of business. The level of collaboration, competition, and partnership across international borders have spiked due to web technology and the deconstruction of global trade barriers. Cross-cultural leaders recognize that every country has different business norms, leadership practices, and cultural realities. This type of leader knows how to navigate these differences to unite culturally diverse partners, achieve unified goals, and create pathways to common ground. The cross-cultural leader understands that diversity is a virtue and a resource rather than an obstacle. Charismatic leadership depends significantly on the compelling personality of the leader. This type of leader will inspire others through commitment, conviction, and positive example. Charismatic leaders will usually possess strong communication skills, the capacity for exceptional personal empathy, and the strength of personality to positively define company culture. The truly charismatic leader effectively creates a sense of shared purpose, nurtures the passions of organizational members, and unites personnel behind a single vision. This style of leadership is often particularly valuable in times of crisis.
Everyone in this section, put both your hands above your heads. Raise your hands. Put them out. You people represent the 70% of our students who just failed the practice exam. 70%. But that is not their failure. I don't blame them. The failure is yours. That's right, yours. How many hours do you spend preparing your lesson plans? How often do you stay after school to give those children, the ones you know need it, the extra help that they require? Keep your hands up. Now you are getting a hint of the kind of hopelessness and shame that makes those failing students throw up their hands at the thought of facing a world for which you have not prepared them.
You are getting the merest inkling of the despair they feel when left